The House will come to order. Please join Representative Lynch in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join me in the pledge to the best flag in human history. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Gregorio, please call the roll.
Representative Zamabile. Arndt. Bacon. Representative Bacon. Baisley. Representative Baisley. Representative Baisley is excused. Benavidez. Burnett. Byrd. Bockenfeld. Bradfield. Representative Bradfield. Representative Bradfield is excused. Caraveo. Carver. Catlin. Cutter. Doherty. Duran. Escar. Exum. Froelich. Geithner. Gonzalez Gutierrez. Gray. Representative Gray.
Excused.
Representative Gray is excused. Hanks. Harrod. Representative Harrod is excused. Holtorf. Hooten. Jackson.
Here.
Judah. Kennedy. Kip. Larson. Lontine. Luck. Lynch. McCluskey. Representative McCluskey. Representative McCluskey is excused. McCormick. McKean. McLaughlin.
Present.
Michelson Janae. Mullica. Neville. Ortiz. Felton. Pico. Ransom. Rich. Ricks. Roberts. Sandridge. Sirota. Snyder. Soper. Sullivan. Clipper. Titone. Valdez A. Valdez D. Van Beber. Representative Van Van Winkle. Weitzman. Will. Williams. Woodrow. Woog. Young. And Mr. Speaker.
That was fast, Mr. Gregorio. With 64 present, 1 excused, we have a quorum. Representative Lynch.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the Journal of Monday, April 12, 2021 be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk.
You have heard the motion, members, that the journal be approved as corrected by the chief clerk. All those in favor say aye. Yeah, great. All those opposed say no. Man, you know, you only get to vote once. But the ayes have it, the motion's adopted. Announcements and introductions. Representative Weissman.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker and members. This is an announcement about today's Judiciary Committee affairs. Members, you've hopefully noticed on the calendar we're kind of merging our on adjournment block with our afternoon block. I hope everybody also knows our timing is adjusted today because of the budget this week. So at 1 p.m. in the Old State Library, aka 271, aka the big room across the way, we will be meeting to hear our one bill 1255. We will start at 1. We will go right through. There won't be a distinction between on adjournment and afternoon today. So again, 1 p.m. Old State Library for today's judiciary business. Thank you.
Representative Cutter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, today you found on your desk a little flyer about Colorado Religious Freedom Day, United in Diversity. Governor Polis and leaders from Christian, Muslim, and Jewish groups will be talking about the First Amendment today in a short celebration of religious freedom. Something we can all get behind, right? You can watch live starting at 11 a.m., although many of us might be occupied at that time. Recording will also be available later, and it's at coloradoreligiousfreedomday.org. Religious organizations are important patrons in helping us serve the needs of all Coloradans. So I hope you'll join me in celebrating and perhaps watching the recording.
Representative Wantine.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's a pleasure to serve with you.
It is an honor to serve with you, Representative Wantine.
An announcement from the Health and Insurance. We will be meeting today, and as Representative Weissman noted, due to our budget week this week, our upon adjournment, normally on Tuesday hearing is actually at 1 o'clock today, hopefully. And we will not be hearing House Bill 1232, which I had laid over for action only to be heard today. But we will be hearing a presentation from the Health Benefit Exchange, and it probably will be very interesting. So tune in, come visit. We will be in room 112.
Representative Woodrow.
And crew. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have a tribute that we'd ask be read at length.
Mr. Gregorio.
State of Colorado, the House of Representatives, convened in the 73rd General Assembly, hereby commemorates April as Autism Acceptance Month. Previously known as Autism Awareness Month, the Autism Society of America is shifting national emphasis this year from awareness to acceptance. This shift in terminology is intended to build on a history of recognizing and celebrating the rights of people with autism and ASD diagnosis, and also to ignite deeper and broader commitments to creating opportunities in education, employment, accessible housing, affordable health care, and comprehensive long-term services. Children diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, share many attributes with their neurotypical peers. An ASD diagnosis also means their brains work differently, and they frequently experience challenges with social interaction, repetitive behaviors, and speech and nonverbal communication. The ways in which people with autism learn, think, and problem solve can range from highly skilled to severely challenged. Some people with ASD may require significant support in their daily lives, while others can live and function entirely independently. In our current pandemic environment, awareness and active acceptance and support of ASD Coloradans is especially critical. Individuals with ASD diagnosis often rely on routines, and the pandemic has presented additional challenges for those who faced abrupt changes to their daily lives. The Colorado House of Representatives proudly commemorates April as Autism Acceptance Month in the state of Colorado. On request of Representative Stephen Woodrow, given this 12th day of April, 2021, State Capitol, Denver.
Representative Woodrow.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning, members. It's an honor to stand before you, joined with several of our colleagues, to recognize and celebrate April as Autism Acceptance Month. Autism is a lifelong developmental disability that affects people differently and to different degrees. The prevalence of autism among children in the United States has risen from 1 in 125 back in 2010 to just 1 in 54 in 2020. In my house, it looks like a very special young man who just 4 days from now will celebrate his 7th birthday. He's creative and funny and smart and sensitive and loves Legos. And despite being really impressive competition, he's one of the best teachers his dad has ever had the privilege of learning from. To everyone with autism or an ASD diagnosis and their families, we see you, we accept you, and we say thank you for being such special and important members of our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Woodrow. Thank you, members. Representative Wantine.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I didn't want to take a whole lot of time up here. Some of you who have served as long as I do may remember when I came to the well a number of years ago and told you about the diagnosis of my grandson with autism. And I remember sobbing at the well because it was a shock to me that this was happening in my family. And this resolution kind of speaks to my own evolution about where I am with my grandson, because when I first found out, I was surprised and shocked by this diagnosis. But now it's been a growing process for our family, and certainly has moved to acceptance of the diagnosis. I knew my grandson was different even when he was a little baby before his diagnosis. So I accepted him, but the diagnosis was a shock. And so he's a great little kid. issues really stem more around speech acquisition. But he's coming along, and he's a curious, interesting kid, and I love him dearly. And the more we can accept and embrace and teach other kids to accept, kids who are a little different than them, we'll all be better for it. And so thank you, Representative Woodrow, for pushing us along to do this today.
Thank you, Representative Montine. Further announcements and introductions. Seeing none, the next order of business on our calendar is third reading, final passage. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of the Senate Bill 59.
Senate Bill 59 by Senators Lee and Gardner, also Representatives Gonzalez, Gutierrez, and Geithner, concerning the reorganization of the Juvenile Justice Code and Article 2 of Title 19 Colorado Revised Statutes by the Colorado Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Council, is authorized by House Joint Resolution 181013.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for the passage of Senate Bill 59 on third reading, final passage.
The question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 59 on third reading and final passage. See no further discussion. Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. For those participating online, Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Please close the machine. With With 64 aye votes, 1 no vote, and 0 excused, Senate Bill 59 is adopted. Here's your chance, co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of the Senate Bill 123.
Senate Bill 123 by Senators Janal and Coram, also Representatives McCormick and Lynch, concerning expanding the Canadian prescription drug importation program to include prescription drug suppliers from nations other than Canada upon the enactment of legislation by the United States Congress authorizing such practice.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for the passage of Senate Bill 123 on third reading, final passage.
The question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 123 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Please close the machine. With 50 aye votes, 15 no votes, and 0 excused, Senate Bill 123 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Jackson, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of Senate Bill 66.
Senate Bill 66 by Senator Lee, also Representative Michaelson Janae, concerning juvenile diversion programs.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for the passage of Senate Bill 66 on third reading, final passage.
The question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 66 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Please close the machine. With 51 aye votes, 14 no votes, and 0 excused, Senate Bill 66 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Please, Representative Jackson, co-sponsor. Close the machine. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of Senate Bill 75.
Senate Bill 75 by Senators Gardner and Janal, also Representatives Tipper and Young, concerning supported decision-making agreements for adults with disabilities and in connection therewith, authorizing such agreements as an alternative for or supplement to a guardianship.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move the passage of Senate Bill 75 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 75 on third reading and final passage. See no further discussion. Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Please close the machine. With 57 aye votes, 8 no votes, and 0 excused, Senate Bill 75 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Well, Representative Jackson, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of Senate Bill 124.
Senate Bill 124 by Senator Lee, also Representative Weissman, concerning the creation of a Class II felony offense when the death of a person is caused by a participant without deliberation in the course of the commission of specified felony offenses.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move the passage of Senate Bill 124 on third reading, final passage.
Representative Bockenfeld.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's an honor to serve with you.
Honor to serve with you as well, Representative Bockenfeld.
Members, the vote against this bill is a vote for the victims of crime. A vote against this bill gives those district attorneys who feel they need that opportunity to better represent the victims of crime to be able to do so, and the district attorneys who do not care to utilize this particular law don't have to do so. In our gallery today is Jeanette Orchard. She is a victim of the crime that was in the letter that was read by Representative Luck yesterday. Jeanette, our thoughts and prayers are with your family. Please vote no on this bill.
Further discussion on Senate Bill 124. Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 124 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Please close the machine. With 38 aye votes, 27 no votes, and 0 excused, Senate Bill 124 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of Senate Bill 130.
Senate Bill 130 by Senators Holbert and Pedersen, also Representatives Van Winkle and Byrd, concerning the authorization for local governments to exempt business personal property from taxation.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for the passage of Senate Bill 130 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 130 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Please close the machine. With 64 aye votes, 1 no vote, and 0 excused, Senate Bill 130 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative McLaughlin, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to lay over the balance of the calendar until tomorrow, April 14th.
Seeing no objection, the balance of the calendar will be laid over until Wednesday, April 14th. Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, I'm going to move us in a recess in just a moment, but just want to make sure you all know where you're heading. Our public caucuses on the budget are happening immediately following when we get off the floor. The Democratic caucus will be meeting in room 271. The Republican caucus will be meeting in room 112. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I move.
Majority Leader,
Yes.
we're actually going to do a few committee reports
Perfect.
out of our probes today. Reports of committees of reference.
Committee on Appropriations, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends following: Senate Bill 196 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. House Bill 1122 be amended as follows and be so amended, be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. House Bill 1219 be amended as follows and be so amended, be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 205 be amended as follows and be so amended, be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendations. Senate Bill 56 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. House Bill 1010 be amended as follows and be so amended, be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 206 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. House Bill 1128 be amended as follows and be so amended, be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 207 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 208 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 209 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 210 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 211 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 212 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 213 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 214 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 215 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 216 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 217 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 218 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 219 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 220 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 221 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 222 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 223 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 224 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 225 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 226 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 227 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 228 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation.
Printing report.
The Chief
Printing
Clerk.
report will be printed in the Journal. Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the House stand in recess until later today.
Seeing no objection, the House will stand in recess until later today.